Hey folks, it's Dino Joe.
I hope you had a long, good weekend. Now we have bugs in the system today, so we're using a cell phone for this time
We hope the qualities is good.
So we do hope the quality is good, but I have to ask. I don't know if Rexy's around or not.
Where's
But
Rexy?
hey, Jackie, and I do have a special guest, and the two special guests I have are really, really old friends of mine. One is Dino Jaclyn,
Hi, friends and viewers.
and the other one is Dino Frankie.
Let's get Frankie on here. Franks? There she is. Oh, we forgot her dino outfit.
Now, Jackie,
Yes?
Dino Jaclyn,
Yeah.
and Dino Frankie.
Yeah.
Do you know what today's topic is about?
Is it about Timmins?
Well, it's been seen up there.
Okay.
And I'm looking around. I don't see Rexy nowhere. Rexy, where are you?
Maybe he's swimming with the monster.
Hello. I'm actually in Northern Ontario. I'm doing some research on some other urban legends.
Have you witnessed or seen our little topic today, the rake?
Yeah, well, I haven't seen the rake around here, but I'm really looking forward to discussing this topic.
Not a rake?
No, it's called the rake.
The rake? Huh. Got one of those at my house.
No, not this one, you don't.
Well, we'll see about that.
Is the rake a hoe?
No.
Oh, okay.
Rexy, you're so inappropriate.
You fuel my inappropriateness, Dino Jaclyn. It's a pleasure to have you back on the set.
Should we introduce Dino Steven as well?
No.
Okay.
We have Steven and Dieter in the background as our helpers.
They're Dino support staff.
Yep.
Excellent. Hey, so how was your weekend, Joe Brown?
It was pretty good, except I had to study a lot on this one topic.
Beautiful.
Did you see your mom?
Yes, I've seen Dino Mom.
Dino Mom, awesome.
I love Dino Mom. She's lovely.
And I also saw my Dino Dad.
Excellent. So you had a Dino family reunion.
Yeah.
Did you guys go? Is that a dino sound?
No.
Okay.
We just basically talked.
Okay. Talks human.
Yeah, in English. We didn't roar.
Oh, roar.
You did not have a roaring good time.
Rexy, I don't think it's time for that yet.
Okay. What's today's topic, Joe Brown?
The rake.
The rake.
It's not a garden rake.
No.
Do you have a picture of it?
So what's the rake? I was confused when you first proposed this topic, Joe Brown. I seriously thought you were talking about a gardening tool.
No.
It turns out
this creature you do not want to meet. Nobody wants to meet this cryptid character.
All right, so let's talk about what exactly is the rake.
Well, they say it's a migratory animal.
It migrates.
Does
Yes.
that mean it goes from place to place?
Yes.
Okay.
When
All right.
one area runs out of food,
Yeah.
it goes to migrates to a different place
Okay.
and waits till that place repopulates with food.
So smart.
Okay.
And it is it's basically hairless,
It's
but
has
it has no hair.
okay.
Like a fresh wax.
No. This creature is pure white. And it looks like a normal human being in
Okay.
the figure wise.
So it has 2 legs.
Yeah. And this creature is extremely aggressive. It'd rather kill you than look at you.
So
Okay,
there's lots of death by rape.
Yes. If you meet this character, you'll be hunted by it and you will die.
Where's it from? Timmins?
It's been seen in Timmins. It's been seen in America. It's been seen in Canada.
New York State and Idaho are the primary locations of this topic.
We should go to those places to do some exploratory research.
But then you won't come back alive, Dino Jackie.
Didn't think about that.
As I said, this thing would rather kill you than look at you.
CAF, consider all factors. Okay, so we know it's white and hairless, right?
Yes.
And it walks around on 2 legs.
Yes, and the creature is said to look like a naked human being.
Okay. And it's 6 feet tall when standing, but how does it get around? Does it walk on 2 feet, or how does it
It
get
can
around?
walk on 2 feet and it can walk on all fours.
All right. So this is a humanoid about 6 feet tall when standing. Usually it crouches and walks on fours. And you said its skin's very white, right? Or pale.
Yes. Or
Okay.
even gray, they call it.
Can you
Later as it gets older, like people.
No.
no. Can you describe its face?
It has basically either no nose or
Yep.
almost no nose.
That's
Oh
correct.
my God, like Lord Voldemort.
Yes.
God,
Oh, he's my favorite.
you're not supposed to say the name Dino Jackie.
Oh,
All right.
well, we all know I'm gonna.
I don't really like him. I don't really like Voldemort.
He's my
I go with
favorite no-nose character.
I go with like say
Snape.
no. I would go with
Harry.
Miss Granger,
Hermione.
Hermione Granger.
Like her because she's pretty
That and because she's nice.
and she has a nose.
And she has a
Yeah.
nose. Beautiful. Okay, what other description can you give Joe Brown of the Rake? So it has no nose, and apparently it has no mouth either, apparently.
How does it eat?
That's a good
It
question.
has no lips.
It has no
So-
lips.
Does it eat through its butt?
No, it has no lips.
It's a butt
Or
eater.
like that?
Yep.
Like
But when-
that. Hello.
It's wet and the teeth are razor sharp.
Okay.
Razor sharp.
That's right.
And it has claws that are very long
Hmm.
and extremely sharp.
So they say it also, like, there's many different descriptions because not everybody sees the rake, right, Joe Brown?
Yes, that's
So
true.
so you're going to get some different descriptions, and people might also be terrified or overwhelmed, and the description may not be exactly the same as other descriptions. One of
Yes, it may not be accurate.
exactly. One description said the rake has 3 solid green eyes and one in the middle of its forehead, and the other 2 on either side of its head towards the back. Yeah, that's
That's
quite
like
a
an alien. That's fun.
Yeah, but
yeah.
the rake I know
Yep.
has 2 eyes,
Hmm.
and they have what's called eye shine.
That's right. So its eyes glow, right?
Yes,
Okay.
and it's just like a cat's eye. If
Yeah.
you make it totally dark in your house,
Yeah.
and you shine a light towards your cat or dog,
Yeah.
its eyes would shine.
Okay. Yeah. So it's the same idea. So if the rake was at the side of a Northern Ontario highway and we were driving by at night, we would catch that glow of its eyes, possibly, right?
Yes,
Okay. Cool.
but
All
I
right.
wouldn't get out of my car.
Can it see
No.
in the dark?
Yes,
Yeah, that'd be pretty creepy. Um.
because it hunts
At night?
during the day and at night.
Oh, it's double prey.
Double
So
prey.
it's double trouble.
Double trouble indeed. This is interesting, Joe Brown, because when we were discussing this topic you chose, I knew nothing about it. And something that came to my mind, to my attention, is that this has mostly been back from online conversation, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's called creepy pasta. I don't know if you know about that, Jackie. Have you heard of creepy pasta?
I love pasta, regular pasta.
I know,
creepy pasta.
I know Dino Dieter hates pasta, but yeah, this is a thing that people have been talking about, this rake. Um, and stories have been going around about this from the late 2000s and early
Oh, it's
2010s.
like a recent thing. That's so cool.
Yeah, but it dates back earlier than that. And Joe might be able to shed some light on that topic. Hey, Joe Brown?
Yes.
All right. So tell me what you know about the rake. What have you dug up on this topic?
Well, the first sighting,
Yeah.
really didn't go over well. There was a
Okay.
group of people. One had to go, like, and they lived in this cabin that they got for cents, basically. And in the forest.
Okay.
And when and it was a hunting cabin, and these people went up there.
Yeah.
It could host 10 people in it.
Okay.
And when they went there,
Mm-hmm.
um, when they went there, they heard noises and stuff thrown at the cabin,
Oh, really?
like rocks thrown at the cabin. And I mean, like big ones, like at least this big,
It was hurling
probably
boulders.
that thick,
Oh, geez.
some places. And this rock would be thrown at thrown at them and at the
Okay.
cabin at all hours of the day.
Yeah.
And I've been studying about this all night yesterday,
Yeah.
Oh,
which is a little risky for me.
A little risky.
Yeah.
Now this story you're talking about, that dates back the early 17th century, right, Joe Brown?
Yes.
Okay. So this goes back quite a ways and has appeared in various folklore and urban legends, which is now shown up in creepypasta form, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
He passed the porn?
Boom.
Oh.
Hey, Joe Brown, do you want to see another special? Actually, we have another special guest that's going to show up in a bit, but
Sure.
I keep it a surprise. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Cool. Okay, so it's gained a lot of popularity in the online horror fiction, creepypasta, become a subject of fascination for many, including yourself, right, Joe Brown?
Yeah.
Excellent. So how does this creature attack people besides throwing rocks at their cabins? What else has happened?
When it's throwing rocks at the cabin,
Yeah.
it's giving warnings.
Like that
Oh,
it's coming for you.
Warning shot,
No,
right?
it's like it's telling you, leave my territory right now.
Oh, they're invading their space.
Getting in the personal space.
So the
Okay.
Rake has a wide territory, and it doesn't like anybody entering that area.
Sounds a lot like Bigfoot.
So the territory where the cabin was built is in the Rake's territory.
Yeah.
So it's throwing rocks at the cabin,
Yeah.
giving off pointing signals, and the hunters found their first deer.
Yeah.
They run and grab the gun, the hunting rifle. They shot at the deer. The deer
Okay.
never fell down dead. The Rake was holding it up in the air
Yeah.
and ripping it apart and telling the hunters, get out of my territory right now. And when they wouldn't do it, the next night came.
Yeah.
And a guy had to go to the washroom, and there was washrooms outside,
Well, that's handy.
but not
We
inside the cabin.
We could have used with some washrooms on our way up north, by the way, but that's another story. Anyway,
Oh, Brent, you heard it.
continue.
And the that previous night,
Yeah.
one of the hunters was killed by it.
Oh, geez. Well, who
He
survived
had
to
to go
tell?
to the washroom. He had to go to the washroom.
Yeah.
On his way up to the washroom, the Rake ambushed him, killed him, and started eating him alive. While his friends woke up because of the screams.
Okay.
They ran and got the shotgun, was going to shoot them, but the time they got the shotgun and got outside, it was already gone, and there was none of his clothes left, no bones,
Yeah.
any part of the body left, except for just a bloody leaves all around and a pile of guts.
Oh, geez. And did he get to go to the bathroom beforehand at least?
Nope.
Oh, that's cold, Joe Brown.
Yes.
Do
So
you
they
think?
stopped going up to the cabin. They
Yeah.
had to go down back home the next day.
Yeah.
And they never went up to the cabin again.
I could imagine that would not be.
And this guy is a father of his son, and he would tell his son not to go up to there, and he gave him the key, but he had to go through years and years of therapy.
I could imagine that'd be very traumatic, right?
seen his friend being ripped apart.
What do you think he had a therapist? Work through those trauma.
Hey, Joe Brown, do you think the rake, when it attacks, do you know it's coming, or are they
No.
creatures?
When this thing attacks, it will actually stalk you.
Okay. But it's often described as erratic and unpredictable.
That's true.
What does
So-
that mean?
Well, it's like if you see a wild animal in the forest, you don't think it's going to come over and be friendly with you, but it may be friendly, it might attack you, so you don't know, right?
Oh, okay, thanks for clarifying.
No problem. Does it just attack humans, Joe Brown?
No, it will attack other animals.
Yeah, so Dino Frankie would have to watch out, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. Often leaving behind gruesome and disturbing scenes like you described.
Yes.
So does it eat them or just leave it there?
It'll eat them.
It'll eat them.
Delicious.
Yum,
There's
yum.
nothing left but bones.
Does it like cake?
It's strictly a carnivore.
It's strictly a okay. All right,
Like
just bear,
Rexy, for example.
I'm going to show you our special guest here. Just a sec. Hold on. We have another dino creature, and she's massive.
I thought it was gonna be like a fish that you picked.
This is Dino Beaner.
Oh, so cute.
She chased a rake off the property earlier today.
Oh, that's a good guard dog to chase
Good
the right.
guard. There you go. Thank you. Thank you, Dino Beaner. There you go. Frankie would probably chase her around too, I'm guessing.
I think the Dino family is getting bigger now.
Yeah, that's nice.
It's an expanding cast. I know that. Hey, and by the way, for everyone who views Joe Brown's Mysterious Legends, please like and subscribe. Our viewership is growing, and you never know what we're going to get, right, Joe Brown?
That's true.
You should apply to Canada's Got Talent.
Maybe.
So it attacks humans and animals alike, often leaving behind gruesome and disturbing scenes. And when do you mostly see the rake, Joe Brown? Is it during the day or
Both.
both? I think it's mostly at night. This is a weird thing too, Joe Brown. In New York State and in Idaho, well, it was once sighted in Idaho, allegedly. The rake would show up in people's backyards for some reason. Isn't that kind of weird?
Yes.
Maybe looking through garbage or something.
Maybe lying on the hammock.
Maybe laying on a hammock. Yeah.
No.
How does it sleep? Does it have like a den or a cave
I-
or a?
It usually wouldn't. I would think it would nest in the cave. Because there is a place called Rake Island.
Oh, really? That's cool. Do you know where Rake Island is?
Yes, I do.
Where?
I'm not gonna tell anybody about it, where it is. Because
Because
there's
you
been
don't.
so many mysterious
Sightings
Uh,
and stuff?
like not sightings, but people going like
Missing?
hikers,
Yeah.
some like rescue people went missing on that
Mhm.
island after a young kid went missing.
Okay, so you want to be socially responsible, right, Joe Brown?
Yes.
You don't want people to go looking for it, so then we'll all go missing.
Yes.
So children won't get devoured by the rake.
It
Okay,
said that the rake during the wintertime goes
Yeah.
goes to this island, migrates to the island
Okay.
and starts to go into a hibernation state.
Oh, okay.
So the people that go to the island, like hikers, kids, families, and rescuers
Yeah.
that tried to find this one kid, went missing. There was a group
Mm-hmm.
of 14 rescuers that went missing trying to find this one child.
And all 14 went missing as well?
Yes.
Oh my goodness, that's so sad.
And some about 15 hikers went missing as well.
Yeah.
And it was all during this just about winter time.
Jeez. Okay, so it could pop up at any time, right? Aside from the stories you've read, did you read anything about these strange encounters of the rake just appearing when people are sleeping? Did you hear about that or read about that?
Yes.
Could you elaborate?
There is some versions of the rake just coming into your tent
Uh-huh.
or your bedroom.
Yeah.
And if you have like two people there,
Yeah.
it'll tell one person you are next to die. And it'll face the other person if they woke up.
Yeah.
And it says like, if you tell him this, you will die
So
as well.
the rake can talk.
That's what some people say.
Okay. Because it has no mouth but teeth, so it talk like, but that, mind you, I have no lips either, so who am I to criticize? Okay. I read somewhere that a very famous story involving the rake had to do with a woman waking to find the monster sitting at the edge of her bed. And the character is often said to creep into bedrooms, induce nightmares, and observe the dreamers for a time before killing them.
Pretty creepy.
Yes.
That sound nice? Isn't that delightful?
Very
So
stealthy.
sounds like a real jerk, I must say.
I would have to agree with Rexy.
Do they live in like groups or do they live alone? What's that terminology called? Both of those things. Like how orcas live in pods?
Yeah. The rake would probably live solitary life, but they would probably get into a pride of people
Mm-hmm.
to sleep together.
Oh,
Well, when you're naked and bald, you got to keep warm somehow, right?
Yeah.
Duh, indeed. All right. Oh, this is pretty intense.
And the females basically look the same and are just as vicious.
Wow.
do they make rape babies?
Yep.
Rake babies.
Yeah, I'm gonna adopt a rape baby when I grow up.
Beautiful.
No.
Fantastic.
You'll probably
Get dead?
first of all, Frankie will die.
Do they speak English or rape? Is there a different language?
I think they mostly speak Rake.
Huh.
I wonder
Except maybe telepathically, they
Ah,
can speak in English.
like, why don't we do a little pivot right now? What do you think we should do?
Hey, Jackie. Dino Jaclyn.
Yeah.
Do you know what time it is?
Surprise time?
No.
Cookie time?
Nope.
Cake time.
Cake time?
Nope.
What?
It's joke time.
Joke time.
Oh, you guys have a joke time? There's some.
Rexy, take it away.
Oh, I got to tell you, it's been hard coming up with jokes on such a specific topic. I raked the internet and I could not find anything. But I did come up with some other material. Joe Brown,
Yeah.
can you tell me, why did the Rake become a detective?
I don't know.
Because it loved to comb through the evidence.
Ding.
I like that.
Thank you. Thank you very much. All right. Why was the Rake always so happy? I didn't realize rakes are happy.
I don't know.
It found its true calling in life, raking people wrath. Oh,
Another good one.
we miss having you on, Jackie, because you laugh more at these jokes than anybody else.
Well,
All right.
I think you're funny
Oh,
sometimes.
Sometimes. Hey, off camera Steven, what did you think of that joke?
News.
Camera Steven went upstairs.
Such a disappointment. So unreliable. Okay, one more. Why was the Rake so good at making friends?
He raked them up.
No.
I don't know.
It
I
was
don't
all,
know, Rexy.
it was always willing to leave its comfort zone. Get it? Rake.
No.
I do, but it's pretty lame.
Oh. Well, if you picked a topic that was easier to make jokes about, I would have been able to accommodate.
Jokes at Rexy's expense.
That's right.
I liked it. I liked it, Rexy.
Thank
Okay,
you.
so
Thank you so much. Well, there you have it. Okay, Joe Brown, this is something we also didn't talk about. The Rake, they figure it's a mythological creature. It's captured the imagination of many and spawned numerous reports, discussions, and investigations. The entity's origins are shrouded with mystery, and although not directly connected to mythological creatures, there's a lot of attributes of the Rake that you could find in pop culture. So I'm gonna quiz you here, Joe Brown, because we didn't get to talk about this. So what do you think? Well, okay, first of all, can you name something that the public might be aware of that involves the Rake?
The movie?
Yeah, there's a movie called
The
what's it
Rake.
called? The Rake. And it came out in 2018. It will infect us all. I don't know if we could get that on Netflix or Prime, but I'm gonna have to look it up. Okay, so we got The Rake. Joe Brown, did you watch that show Stranger Things?
Yes.
Yeah, do you remember that creature, the main creature on that show? The Demigorgon.
Yeah, that was The Rake.
Yeah, that could have been the Rake, right? The Demigorgon.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Well, its description fits the Rake. It has no eyes. It has no nose. But it's got teeth in the form of like a Venus flytrap, kind of, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it does terrible things to people. So there's that. And there was a topic we covered in the past about a creature. Do you remember this, Joe Brown? A creature that would attack women at night. Do you remember what it was called?
That
Here's
would
a
be
hint.
A succubus.
Close. Here's the hint. It's the first few letters. What's in a pen?
Ink.
Ink.
Ink. The ink.
The incubus.
The incubus. And there was a movie about the incubus back in the 80s about that creepy, rapey demon. So that sounds a lot like the Rake, don't you think?
A little bit.
No. Dino Maddie is disagreeing with me, but that's fine. That's why she's not part of the cast. Anyway, okay. Well, at least it kind of looks like it.
But she and Brent are all part of the Dino Joe family.
That's right. Now we're all part of the family. Okay. How about another creature? Although again, it doesn't fit the description exactly, and its backstory doesn't quite fit it, but it looks a bit like it. It creeps around. It goes on two, mostly crawls around on four legs, and it was in a famous movie trilogy. See if you could guess that, and it involved a ring.
Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings.
And who do you think would best describe
Gollum.
Gollum.
Can you think of anything else, Joe Brown?
Yeah. And the Rake.
Yeah.
They can have kids without a mate.
Really?
Whoa.
They're like horsefish.
Yeah.
What are those called? Not
Seahorse.
Seahorse.
Transgender.
They're gender
Genderless.
fascinating.
So they don't have sex.
They can have sex, but if a mate is hard to find,
They just do it to themselves.
they can actually produce a kid that is not fertile to have the mom can have a non-fertile child.
Huh.
But if you want a fertile child, you'd have to have a partner.
All right.
Does the babies also not have noses?
Yes.
Wow.
And
Well, actually, there's some other facts about the reproduction here too.
Oh, do tell.
Diane Kirsten.
It says here, something about protozoa nesting, and the gestation period is lengthy and horrific. It's a worm. It's basically, okay, it's nourished and fed by the host. Once fully developed, it releases itself from the host as the rake. The propagation of this species is entirely dependent on a living human being.
So it has to feed off someone.
So vampire-like creature who needs the sustenance of meat and blood.
Jeez.
It's literally Voldemort.
Yeah.
Literally.
Literally.
It might appear in your backyard in Idaho or New York State or around the world. It turns out the Rake has been sighted all over the place after further research. But like Joe said, hikers, campers, and hunters have described eerie encounters with a creature that stalks silently and disappears without a trace. So, Joe Brown, what do you think? You got anything else on the Rake?
one more thing.
One more thing.
Now, I do have a bit of a secret.
Oh boy. I'm sure this will be a doozy.
The Rake.
Yeah.
The Rake is a creature that I can understand.
Oh, you could understand it.
Yes, because I've met it.
Oh, you've met it. Lovely. I thought it kills everybody.
Almost.
Almost.
I was walking through the woods at the time,
Yeah.
and I was alone at the time,
You're
and
alone.
and I was walking through the woods.
Yeah.
It's on my access.
On your access. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was with my family.
I heard it said you're alone.
I was camping with my family,
Oh, you were camping with your family. Okay.
but I was walking alone through the woods,
Got it.
and I saw this thing. I immediately froze.
Uh-huh.
It didn't kill me
No.
because I don't know how it could communicate because I
Yeah.
was
Right.
making grunts and growls at me.
Yeah.
It cornered me against a tree,
Okay.
and it I don't know how I understood it, but it told me to get my ass out of its territory.
That's good.
So I said, okay, and I ran off back to my family. And that was like, I didn't go away from my family ever since.
So it
I
got you.
I stayed with my family.
I bet Dino Mom was very relieved that you were not hurt in any way, shape, or form by your rake encounter.
I didn't even tell her that. I didn't tell anybody this until now.
I could tell you a good rake story too, Joe Brown. I was alone as well, and I was walking in the front yard, and I stepped on a rake and it hit me in the head.
That would hurt.
And I haven't been the same since.
Since
Okay.
you're a teenager still.
Yes, I was a teenager.
No,
All
you're
right.
still a teenager. You're only 19 years old.
I'm what?
You're only 19.
I'm only 19. Well, that means I could drive and I could drink. So perfect. Hey, Joe Brown, why don't we wrap this show up? What do you say?
Yeah, sure. Now, Dino Jaclyn, can you please say this with me?
Yeah.
Stay safe
Stay safe
and
and
stay wild.
stay wild.
Like and
I'll see you
subscribe.
on the next show.
Until next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.